Black Mountain Side is a Canadian indie film directed by Nick It premiered July 30th, 2014 at Fantasia International Film Festival and was dubbed Best Horror Film by Cold Montreal, offering comparisons to John Carpenter's The Thing and the works of H.P. Lovecraft. The prospect is that a team of archaeologists in the northern mountains of, Canada, are attempting to unearth a series of artifacts when they come across an ancient structure that shouldn't exist. After recruiting a professor to examine said artifacts and structure, the native laborers of the excavation site disappear, leaving the team in solitude while psychological dangers begin to creep in. This may not sound like a terribly original tale, and truth be told, it isn't. As mentioned, it does have great similarities to The Thing and a bit of The Shining to boot. Regardless, the film does pull it off well. The majority of performances are quite good. I don't think that there was a particular point where they were distracting in any poor way, not to mention there are even a good number of exceptional deliveries. Something I have to lend praise to is the fact that there isn't a soundtrack, at least not noticeably. I don't hate soundtracks as a rule, but when it comes to horror, rarely can a composer complement the footage musically without being distracting and or over the top. Music really wouldn't work for this film, so I'm glad that there isn't any. The direction paired with the dialogue is a bit stale in some parts. There's a notable amount of people just boringly talking to each other, though I wouldn't say there's a great amount of dialogue that doesn't need to be included. It just feels a tad too dull at points, which can turn off mainstream audiences. What few effects there are done impressively. Frankly, I'm surprised at how much the film accomplishes with so few special effects overall. And the production is pretty great too. I'll concede there's not much to it to begin with, but it's a well-crafted set. The story is the most interesting part. The first time I watched the film, I was left a bit underwhelmed. I didn't really think enough happened to warrant another viewing, but after mulling everything over after a while, I felt drawn back to see if there was more to savor. And I'm happy to say I've watched Black Mountain Side around 3 times now, and I really do enjoy it. It's definitely an indie film, but I think that adds to the charm of it rather than taking any away. It has a great atmosphere to it that keeps everything intriguing from point A to point B. It's not a film that's going to appeal to everyone's tastes, horror fanatic or not, but I'm confident enough in what it brings to the table to say that it's at least worth a watch. If it does something for you, then 3 cheers. If it doesn't, c'est la vie. Either way, it's staying in my library.
You're not real. What do you want from me?
When an animal looks up at the night sky, what does it see? Thousands and thousands of tiny points